Well, g'day everyone. Got another lawnmower or two. Well, there's one I've been working on for a while, and this one I just got today. I inadvertently purchased this machine off eBay. It wasn't really purchased. Sorry about the tripod. Wasn't actually purchased on purpose because, well, I just sort of sent the guy a message and said, well, hey, where do you live? And well, this is the response I got. Do you want to buy the machine, kind of thing? So it's got a wheel. It's on backwards, which is really weird. So I'm not exactly sure why that wheel's on backwards, but I'm gonna have to pull it off and turn it around because it's definitely the correct wheel. It's on backwards. And it's while it's rubbing on the deck. It's just a circlip. But anyway, it's got the same type of carby as the other machine did, the Victa 18. This is also an 18-inch cut, but the garden hose because I don't really want to chop through that. Make sure we're still framed here. Well, let's move you back a bit. Oh, actually, pretty well centralised. So it's pretty much the model straight after the Victa 18. So it's fairly early, but it's got a difference. It's got one of the impulse starters, which the early ones were not very good, but the later ones were much better. So make sure this is open a little bit. Prime that carby a bit. Okay, well, it probably won't start the first go, but you get the idea. My finger's acting as a choke here, so opening out the exhaust, well, the hole in the muffler a little bit, get a bit more noise, and two strokes don't run very well if there's a restriction in the exhaust system, so (125 cubic centimetres). mixture's wrong because I'd say the carby's a bit dirty, probably the main jet's a bit blocked up. The wheel's on backwards for some strange reason, I have no idea why. And that starter's actually screwed because it's just had its day. Bits are broken in it slightly. Yeah, the starter's had its day. What I'm probably going to do, because well, I've got this engine here. This is a later type of impulse starter. It's not much later because it's still got the metal little handle there, and we've got another one here which is probably a little bit later again. I mean, everything's a bitzer on that other mower I just showed you. This one here is a bitzer. It's got bits off all different models. This starter here should clean up nicely, and it's got 4 zoom out. It's got 4 or 3 I should say pawls that engage with the tooth starter drum. That top, turn that over, top goes with that engine, and that top came off that mower. This carby is obviously a lot later than the base it's attached to, but yeah, look, I think that carby's model LM, I think it's G4 or something. I can't remember, it's been too long, but this base is probably about the same era as I'm going to actually change my mind. I'm saying this is probably about 70s and that's about 60s. This has got a lot of carryover bits from the Victa 18, which is like this handle here. That's straight Victa 18. The air cleaner housing's Victa 18. And the carby on this engine here that came off this, it's not a mulcher, but it's pretty much close enough. It's called a G3, and it's the G3 carby's got the governor flag and all that. It's sticking up at the top there. I mean, that one's actually screwed, but you can get them. They're not hard to get. This has got like a vacuum governor. Let me just get this damn camera off this tripod. Right, that's better. See, they have a vacuum button there. The flywheel fins going past this button actually cause a vacuum or a low pressure. When you're talking about engines, you shouldn't call it a vacuum. It's technically a low pressure. That's what they teach you at trade school anyway. So vacuum gauge, low pressure, don't know how that works, but anyway. That just adjusts the idle speed. Got a diaphragm here, a poppet valve. It's a pretty interesting carby, these ones, and I'll pull one apart one day, but not anytime, you know, not soon. So anyway, that's how that gets the governance of speed. That port attaches to that vacuum button. When it revs up, the vacuum increases, pulls the poppet valve into the carby and slows the motor down. This one is a lot more basic. The flywheel pretty much blows this governor flag out, and the carby's seized, so it's not going to work. But yeah, it's well and truly seized, but it shuts that butterfly valve in there. So, however, this one being an earlier machine doesn't actually have any type of control at all over the speed. It's got that poppet valve there. Well, it's a slide valve, not a poppet. It's still on the other carby. So it's just a slide valve like a motorbike carby has. Very reliable, simple. Yeah, what can I say? Damn good carby. Still a very early engine. Like if I zoom in, at the top of the cylinder there, in the middle of this frame, there's what they call port covers. And, well, transfer port covers more correctly. So this is the later type of engine, but it's not much later. It's see, what they did is they mill drilled two holes in the barrel. See, this is a later engine again, so no port covers. But the early ones, I pissed these spider webs off, you can see the transfer port there. Well, it's moulded into the cylinder. So anyway, the earlier engines, they just had 2 holes, and that was the start and the finish of the transfer port. And they have a little alloy cover that has one stud and a nut, and that's how they do it. It was just easier to do it that way, because I guess it was harder casting techniques, or maybe it was harder to machine, or you know, the tools just hadn't quite gotten there at the time, the machine tools that is. So I'm going to try and bolt the later starter on to this adapter housing. Now I have a feeling I've done this before, I can't really remember, but if all else fails, I guess we piss the zip, I keep going to call it the wrong thing, I guess we piss off the impulse starter. But it's pretty well sad, this one, so this one's a much better starter. Like, it's you can hear that it's more positive in the way it works, and that one's just cranks it over a lot faster and everything. So anyway, mowers, well, vintage mowers really, they call them vintage, but I guess they're more antique. So yeah, I'll be doing a few more of these videos. I've got engines stashed away left, right and centre. I've even got a 1930, or possibly a little bit earlier, Rosebery 3-horse stationary motor. So I might do a video of that at some stage, but well, I haven't actually got anywhere to store it. So as you can see, I've just got a little tin shed, and that's pretty crap. So one day I'll have to build an enclosure or something to house that stationary motor in.